And we can't, and that's what I mean to people. So like love is the cure for everything, right? And even in sickness, Ashley, it's a very known potion. They said, if you think the way you think will change the perspective of your life, right? So if I give myself every day, like you say, you got no time to sit on my ass and be down about myself, right? You pop your ass up. What is that? Self-love, right? The more energy you give, more energy you give to what's trying to kill you or suppress you, more you get, that's going to come out, and that's going to be the top. Even if it does kill you, guess what? You have touched so many lives. And what's beautiful than that, than knowing that you leave in this world and you have touched people's lives, that the next generation would know, I don't got to live this way. I can be happy. I can choose whatever come, whatever sickness, whatever day come at me. I can be a happy motherfucker and be okay with it. And no matter what you have to say with it, fuck you. And miss me with all that garbage.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask Ashley a question. I was gonna say, with that being said, what some of the advice that you would give the newer generation and your kids on like how to view life?
Good question.
On how to what?
You need me to say it again?
You said, I didn't catch the last part.
Basically just like what would you tell like the newer generation and like your kids, like how to like go throughout life and like how to like view it better, and like what would be some of the advice that you want to leave for them?
I'm trying to think of things I do tell my kids. I tell them don't do drugs. It's a waste of time. I just feel like life is hard. I feel like it costs nothing to be kind. I think that we have to change our perspective that being kind to someone else is not for that other person. It's for yourself, you know, and just staying right with who you are, you know. And like I said, I feel like you're not going to be for everybody. You got to find your people. And you got to be okay with being by yourself.
What's that one?
I feel like, we're no good for anybody if we're not okay, and I don't know. It's just, be kind, love yourself, love your people, try to be a good person. We're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, find something you're passionate about, fake it till you make it. Especially if you're having a bad day. I feel like, it's a choice. Your attitude is so powerful that, like, you might be having a really shitty day, but like choosing to get up and go outside, touch some grass, let the sun hit your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might not feel like doing that, but it's crazy how much better you'll feel afterwards. It's so easy to isolate and get lost in the sauce and, let those feelings take over, that you got to combat that. You got to disrupt the process, So take a drive, go outside, whatever. But I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Something you said, like, try, right? There's none, what I'm saying? That's trying is like, I give you an option. Just be happy.
Just be happy.
Just be happy. Yeah,
be happy. It's
like,
choice.
Because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everything they used to tell us in the church, like, every time you try, you fail. They said it all the time. Every time you don't let God go and you try, you fail. And that's just a low damn vibration, man. Like, because it's like you telling me I'm not good enough. I tried my best and I'm still not good enough. You see what I'm saying? So I try. I don't try. I do. Because I know so many people out here don't want me to be me, right? So many people out here don't want to be around us because, they think we're too much, or, you know what I'm saying? You got a big chin, or, you know what I'm saying? You're dying anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the choice they're making.
Yeah. Well,
but I wouldn't let that choice matter to me to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to try to be nice to you. No, I'm going to just not be nice to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I like what your friend said. I don't want to keep fucking your name up. Saying Jonna, right? Jonna?
It's Jonna, yeah.
Jonna. Like, it's what she said. If I can't be myself around you, do you really truly need me around you?
No, absolutely not.
Right? If I can't be me around my people I choose, my people, right? What the fuck I'm around you for?
Well, I was going to say that's another thing I would tell my kids.
Say it.
You literally do not have to be friends with people you don't like.
Say it.
You don't. There's no requirement. There's no point. Goodbye.
Hey.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, see, I'll say it like the old people said. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Get your ass about my face.
I can't tell you how many times I sat there stressed about like a friendship or like something. And then in hindsight, I'm like,
what?
Why did I give so much energy to that? Like it served me no purpose. You know, it was so one-sided.
That's one thing I wish I could get you all to say to your kids. Is what I say to my kids all the time. Protect your energy at all costs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. Because when people say something that changed the narrative of yourself, you have given so much energy because you're gonna overthink that. You're gonna start thinking, "Am I that person? Is that who I'm really? Is that how they perceive me? Is that it gives so much, and that energy is leaving your body." And another thing I'll tell your kids is definitely go outside and ground, because Mother Earth is regenerating all that energy you have lost and gives back to you. And I'm talking barefooted. Go out there barefooted. And when the sun's about to go down, you go out there and you lay up in that grass and you just look at the sun and let that sun rejuvenate you and give you back that energy that you lost. That's how we have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is what was happening. Why is more kids inside playing video games in the darkness of their rooms? And look, listen how they talk. I really. I'm gonna tell you what we used to do. Get your ass outside and play, goddamn! Don't come back in this house until you get back in this goddamn house. So like, that's what we heard, right? But we have settled with our kids being okay, stuck in the room. How many times I told you, KK? How many times I told you now? You gotta get outside. You gotta come over here, and I tell you, come over here and be with me. Come see me. You know what I'm saying? But don't bring that energy over here. Did I tell you that? Don't bring that energy here. Leave that shit at the door, because guess what? That's what it does. Energy travels with you. It goes wherever you go. And that's why people say your stank ass attitude, right? It's because you got all that negative ass energy behind you, in you and behind you, right? If you heard what I said about myself grounding and like, saging for self-heal day, that's not just, feeling good about myself. It's like clearing all this fucking negative shit that's been going through me every day. And you know what? And we out here working 9 to 5. We can't have time for our damn self. Ding! Another programming, okay? But it's like, we can go on and on about this shit, but the simple part is we have to break the program, right? And that's with love. That's how you break the program, is by loving yourself first and then giving love to everybody that comes forward. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy as this. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? How you really feeling? And fucking genuinely meaning that shit, right? And then what I want back from you, right, is the facts, the truth, the fucking 100 cents. I want the grimy shit.
I was gonna say, right? I can tell. People ask me all the time, because I'm a sick person, how I'm feeling.
Yes.
And I can actually tell. Like, I can feel the energy of people who really want to know the truth, and then the people that I'm just like, I'm cool.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know what that is. I can feel it though. I can like divine that energy of like, do you really want to know? Are you prepared for the truth?
Well, it actually then switched up how I asked how she was doing. Before, the normal is, how are you doing, right? Or how are you feeling? That's a big one when someone's not, at their most healthiest point.
X.
So I don't say, how are you feeling? Unless I am asking her how she physically feels.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm saying, how are you doing? How's your day? Exactly. I'm thinking of you. I'm missing you. And I feel like something else to remember for, just changing pretty much the program, right, is you accept yourself, you love yourself. Well, how do you start changing that and pushing it into the universe and into everybody else? Well, if someone's having a bad day and, people are like, oh no, I don't want to be near you. You're off, like your energy's off. It's all funky, whatever. No. Okay, well, I'll bring that over here. I'm going to make you laugh, and that's going to cut off that energy.
Oh, just about to say that.
It's cutting it off. Guess what? The whole thing changed.
now you're putting forward positive, and then you're going to go touch somebody else's life, and then it just keeps going. And granted, people go backwards and have harder times and all of that, but you cut off that trail of that negative, you know?
You know that, Ashley, you asked something, I don't think you really tried to ask it, but you said like how when people come and you can just feel they about to ask you, you know, the wrong question about how you feeling. You know that we call it intuition. We can literally feel energy. We can feel it before it gets to us. We can feel it. We know, like, you ever been in a room with just you and another person, and something just draws your attention. Somebody open that door, and you're like, your attention is drawn. You ain't even seen the person yet, but you like just feel this shit. Like, don't come in with that bullshit. You feel something's going on. You may not literally say it, but you say to your mind, I hope this motherfucker come in with no bullshit. We have a great time right now, right? And that's what I mean. Like, you can feel the energy. Energy shifts.
I know based off how my energy starts shifting. I'll go from being in a good mood, and then I'll start being around a crowd or something, or just one other person, and then all of a sudden I'm angry. I'm like full of rage and like snapping on every little thing, and I'm like, hold on, back up, calm down. Like, what's wrong? It's like, tell me what's wrong with this, because you lashing out for no reason. And then I start to peep. I'm like, oh, it's them. It ain't me. Let me get me outside of here then. That's why I said earlier that I like to remove myself. It wasn't off of no, like, I don't like to be there for nobody. I wanted to like say that because like I'm definitely I'm a girl's girl. I love to be there for anybody. I'm always there for the strangers, friends, family, whoever it is. But it's just because I mean, at least in my generation, a lot of people in real life just don't know how to be in tap with their emotions. They just are mini crash outs, and it's just too much. I just can't be around that. So when I say I remove myself, is because usually around the people are usually lashing out and stuff like that, and like taking it out on me and stuff like that, and that's just not fair. I would never do that to somebody else, so that's why I remove myself.
You see, and that's also important, right? It's to recognize when to abandon ship. Abandon, abort, right? Do you guys remember, you know, like, do you wish you had that sense when you heard yourself say abort and you just stayed? You know, you're like, abort, let me just walk away.
I have a whole lifetime of those. Yeah.
And that's because what you said earlier, right, Joan, is like, hey, come over here. Let me talk to you. Let me fill you up my energy, right? And you have to be prepared for that, because you can be, remember we talked about this a couple shows ago, Ashley, we got into like 50%, 100%. I'm giving you a 50%, I'm giving you 100%, right? Because when you at a 50% and you tell somebody come over here, what you willing to do? Give them 50, the rest 50 of you, then what you have for yourself? Nothing. That's why.
But you have the mentality to flip it.
And I'm going to tell you how you do that. You have to continue to fill your bank up. That cup half full, that cup, you know, full or not, is you. I take 15 minutes when I get to riding home. It's an hour drive, right? Ashley can vouch for this, and have this little time where it has a dead spot. We can't even talk or hear someone, and I take that time just to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's just like think about what's going on, because I've just called her right away, so I can get time to speak to myself. So those times I give my time that, and I'm being 100 with you. It's like I don't like being around a lot of fuckery people. I really don't. But I know when I get to work, I got 8 hours to be around what? Fuckery people all day. So I'm already, when I get up in the morning, I'm regenerated already. I'm full. I'm 100% full. And I just go in there and I feel when I get off work, I'm just like, damn. Can't wait to get out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You feel drained. Am I right? Not because work is hard, because you choose to go to what? Work. And you choose your job. It's the people or the things that's going on in that job is draining you. And if you don't regenerate before you get back home, what's going to happen? You get in that door, and now your whole family is affected by your attitude. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in the door and everybody bum rush you, and you're like, hold on, give me some time for myself. See what I'm saying? This is what we have to be careful when it comes out of our mouth with, you know, saying this the Bowers are thinking, right? It says, I have enough for you. Come here. But do you truly? I told you wasn't in a conversation, but I'll give you a little update. It was like, you know, I give my wife 50% of me, she gives me her 50%. So we reciprocating the other 50 with each other, so it fulfills me, right? But I only give her 50% because I need that 50 for myself, right? And some women, some guys give their 100% to people, right? But I'm like, what do you have for yourself in your tank? If you give it everybody in asking, say, well, their love regenerates you back to that 100% when you're drained. But you shouldn't be drained at any point in life. That's what I'm telling you, because when life gets hard, you're drained already before it gets hard. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
it's the whole turnaround, though. It's the turnaround.
Life is hard.
But it's the turnaround and saying, if you had time, if we have time, if I had thought about that, if I just think before I talked, think about that. It's because you're drained by all the other emotions and stuff going on in life, real life stuff that's happening in your life. You're giving, full focus to that when someone else comes in your life with a bunch of other shit, right? If you only have 50%, they're draining that last 50%. Now you just feel like, I've saved that person, and I know all you women on the show can vouch for that. I've saved that person, and he drained me, and I have nothing left for myself. How many times you said that in relationships, bad relationships? I gave you everything, and what I get back in return?
Yeah, relationships have I been in? I think. Yes, a person can drain you or add to your energy.
Absolutely.
But I feel like you make that choice on if you're going to let them affect you or not. And that's ultimately, that's up to your own person. Am I going to let this person affect me with their energy? No, I'm not going to let them affect me with their energy. But you know what? I can affect them with my positive energy. Nice. So that's a choice. I'm going to put that out. But I don't want that back. Like, you can have this. I won't give something that I don't need back.
Man. That's a wow. That's a true statement.
So, yeah.
When do we make that choice to not take that energy?
You said that on your other show.
What happened?
You said that on your other show. You said you never gave something to somebody that you expected back.
Never. Mm-hmm. When I give, I don't expect it back. Now, if I borrow, it's because I couldn't give it to you, right? So why am I borrowing it to you in the first place? I need that. So why am I give it to you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I give it, I give it because I don't expect it back at all. That's yours. Keep that. And it's also with energy. Mm-hmm. Once that person, vents to you, right? What you doing? What are you doing with that? See what I'm saying? You already know. What are you doing with that energy now? You gonna either turn around and give it to somebody else, right? Because that person been to you. What you do, girl? Johnny just called me today, girl, and she. Oh, come on, I'm not lying. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But what you should do is go. What we said earlier. Go ground. Go outside. Release that energy back into the earth, into the universe, and fill yourself up with Zen. And say, you know what? That's not my problem. I can't fix that. And I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we begin in healing the world again. Because what we should be doing is another thing that's a very low vibration is gossip. You're just spreading more and more bad energy to the next person. That person going to tell them. You see how energy goes and how lies continue to grow, right? And by the time they get back around to you bitch. Oh my God. You brought all the fucking shit back onto yourself, right? Yeah. It always comes back round circle, right? That guy's come back round circle and someone say, hey, don't tell him I said this. Oh, and Ashley told me you dumb bitch. Right? Now it's coming back to you, right? So
I think it's great that you brought that up because I was just on the phone with one of my friends the other day, and we were just talking about that, how I was telling them, I was just like, I can't really relate with anyone in my generation because I feel like everyone in my generation is so worried about talking about the next person and worried about what the next person doing and what they wearing. Like, I always had to I had a group of friends that literally they'll come up to me and be like, oh, this girl got her hair red because my hair red. I'm like, does she even know your hair is red? Like, does she even care your hair red? Maybe you inspired her to want red hair. Like why does it matter? What's the problem? I'm just I don't understand the whole gossiping and worried about the next person, what they got going on. It's just bro, it's just so childish and just a waste of time.
It's projecting.
Projecting again.
You're projecting.
Yep.
No.
You're just projecting everything back from yourself. Gossip is just projecting what you think about yourself to other people, right? And you just want the feedback of saying, "What I'm better than that," or "I'm Gucci, I'm good," right? Everything that's going back to a person negative is coming back to give you validation of yourself. You think about that. Every gossip or every conversation you have, right, with people, it's got to do a little bit of validation to it.
That's
right?
why I think it's so dope when you figure out you don't need that.
Say it again, please. Say it loud for these people back in the back right there can hear you. What'd you say?
I said I think it's so dope when you get to that point in your life where you figure out you don't need that, where you don't need the validation.
You don't. What did we just say? Love thyself first. Love thyself first, right? Love thyself first, right? Because if I know I love myself, right? Not saying you don't need somebody's opinion. That's not what we're talking about, right? We're not saying that you get somebody's opinion. You truly want that validation back from that opinion, right? So it's like also protecting not only your energy, but protecting your conversations. Mm-hmm. Be selective of what you tell people. That's another way you heal this world, right? If I know you're doing some fucked up shit, right? Why do you feel like I need to get on this podcast and just talk about how fucked up your shit was? I'm only spreading some more of the gossip and more of the fucking problem, and not the solution is to what? Talk about it, but put it with love and towards energy towards that they're gonna rebuild instead of tearing down. Right? Mm-hmm. There's so many people out here. My therapist told me one time, she said, you're not broken. I don't want you to hear yourself call yourself broken. Right? She said, you're just being healed. Right? And it was broken, it's broken. You can't, what I'm saying? Like, remember, what's his name? Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, Humpty had a great fall, and he couldn't put his pieces back together again. What's broken is broken. So I'm just getting healed. Right? I'm in the healing process. I'm not in a broken process to become healed. I'm healing. I'm healed. Right? And when I thought about that, I was like, you know what? I'm not broken. I'm really not, because I can fix this. This can be fixed. All this, whatever's going on in my mind right now can be fixed. Right? And what she started doing is giving me the necessary tools to fix the problem. See, if you want to take screw something in the wall with a screw, right? You got to choose between a flathead and a Phillips. Right? And sometimes we take that, we can't find a Phillips screwdriver, we'll take that flathead screwdriver and go into that Phillips screw and try our best. And how long dang, and still trying to go at it, right? Because you're persistent trying to fix the problem, right? Mm-hmm. So we need the right tools. So what you do, you fix that problem with the opposite tool, but you didn't fix the solution, because the solution is go get the right tool. So when you have that problem again, you can fix it faster, without problems, without hurting yourself, without burdening everything, without tearing the damn wall up, because you'll stab the wall up a couple times trying to get it right. So it's the solution is what we're really missing in this world, right? And the solution, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am David. In my opinion to this is stop feeding into the bullshit that's already started. Stop fucking entertaining what's already started already, right? And my entertainment is by filling the fire with fuel of negativity. If you're gonna fill the fire, fill it with positive things like a extinguisher does, like like salt does on it. A stove fire. You got a lot of tools to do to put this shit out, but you're choosing. Once again, that word we came up again. You're choosing to make the wrong choices. You chose the wrong dude. You chose the wrong woman. Why you keep feeding into the problem? Step back and say, you know what? I'm gonna choose myself first. So when the right person come around, they reciprocate this, right? And I demand. That's what I demand out of anything. There's two things I demand. But one thing I demand is that to know that you cannot make me happy. You can only increase in my happiness that I already have in myself, right? And you are only person I'm gonna let in my life is to reciprocate what I'm giving out. If you can't give me back what I'm putting out, then we no longer need to be together, or we shouldn't be together, because you're having a hard time latching on to that connection that we should have when we don't have. You find yourself in trying to help people out of relationships that you with, trying to help them. How are you gonna help somebody? Even yourself is help. How are you gonna help? Listen to the word, help somebody. They can only help themselves. If they don't want to help themselves, then what you're doing is not only just fixing the problem by putting band-aids on it. That's it. Mm-hmm. You can't help nobody. You cannot fix somebody. You can't make somebody happy. These are false narratives.
With the same logic, something that I've learned too is that when you look at somebody and you see the way that they treat themselves, you could never expect, if that person's treating themselves poorly, they could never treat you the way that you need to be treated.
And it's going a bit further. If you see a man treat his mother wrong, how the hell you think he's going to treat you?
Oof. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
If you see a woman
100%.
talking back to her mama and fancy your mama, what she think she going to do to you? You got to look at, the person. And that's a whole nother segment for another. And I hope we all gathered again in this beautiful home of this theater we have called a podcast room, that we can talk about this again and we can have this type of conversation. But real talk, stop overthinking.
It's easier said than done.
And me, girl, you know me, you understand. My wife told me.
The work in progress.
Right. My wife told me about Ashley. She said, I was like, man, I'm going to be dying. I'm dying. Blah, blah. She said, dude, you tell Ashley all this good shit, but you listen to yourself right now and tell yourself that you're going to be okay. But you sit there and tell Ashley you're going to be okay. And I was like, that was a reality check. Right? Because like she said, easy said and done. But now we have started a conversation. Now we know we can choose to not feel that way and call the person that I know who's feeling a certain way and going through a situation. They can say to me, boy, we all disagreed earlier. Watch this come around. You don't have to act like that. You got so much to live for.
Yeah.
You're not terminally sick. You're not going through what I'm going through. So why the fuck are you acting this way? Because
I
what
would
you
never
did,
actually say that to you.
No, listen. What you just told me, right, is reflect on myself.
Yeah.
And knowing that, thank the Lord or thank Allah, thank God, thank the Creator, thank the universe that I'm not going through that right now. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't say that now, right? And one day you will, but you can't say that right now, right? And that's the part that when I heard you guys talking, I was sitting there listening. I'm like, I'm waiting to the right moment and say this. I want the person that I'm giving that tough love to give that tough love back to me, because that's why I need it. That's why I give it, because I need it myself. I don't need you to sugarcoat shit for me. I don't need you to tell me it's, what I'm saying, that I know I'm fucking wrong, and I need you to tell me that. I need you. I'm begging you to tell me I'm wrong. Stop it. Fucking stop.
But
You're
it
wrong.
can't just be just anybody though.
And let me tell you this. In some cases, it can for me. You see what I'm saying? It can for me.
Things, yes.
Right.
But
I'm saying no, you're right.
Yeah.
It has to come from the right people. But for me, I'm like this every day. 100%. You get this. My kids know it. My wife know it. This is me. 100%. And you can call it too much. No, I'm extra. And not in a bad way, right? Because I've been through so much shit in this world, in this life. That damn it, I can walk through anybody's shoes. But I wouldn't pay a motherfucker walk through the shoes I wore. You feel me? And that's what I'm saying, Ashley. You walking through on a different pair of shoes right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the world doesn't revolve around Ashley, and the world doesn't stop because Ashley, sick. But goddamn it, guess what? You need to be recognized. Your voice needs to be fucking heard. You need to tell this fucking world, stop fucking bitching, stop fucking talking about negative shit, and live for a fucking moment. Fucking love somebody for a goddamn minute. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking telling the person you so fucking ugly, you do this, hey, why don't you look yourself in the mirror for some time and be honest to yourself? Right? That's what I'm telling you. And only a person like you, or somebody that's really going through some shit, can tell somebody that and can tell the fucking world that.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So me, I'm 54 years old. I told you, I said I might not be dying of cancer, but guess what? I'm dying of old age because goddamn it, I started thinking like, damn, how much life I do have left in this world. You know what I'm saying? How much more years you gonna give me? 54
We all
more
die.
years alone. Right. And that's the thing. So why waste that fucking death sugarcoating? Right?
Yeah.
Why waste that world sugarcoating people? I'm not getting on you, Ash. I'm just telling you about myself.
Yeah.
I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm not. You heard me. You heard some shit you came to me about my own family, right? You heard what I had to say. And I stand on that. Do I not?
Yeah.
Because I told them that. And I had a segment on here. I told my whole family, you guys fucked me up in this world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucked me up. You feel me? And I was talking to my mom about this. Why my mom didn't talk to me for 2 months. And I was okay with that. And then she came back. She said, you know what? It's your life. You talk where you want to speak. You speak what you want to talk about. I'll give you all range to me at all. Talk the way you talk. And I don't put my mom down. I just tell her the truth. This happens. I'm not lying on you. This happened.
Yes.
I'm not telling my sisters this is not happening to you. You fucked me up about women. The way y'all dated these mans out here. I didn't date black women because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all act. I didn't date black women because I thought all black women was like this. You feel me? So I'm like, it's the truth. But I don't dwell on that shit and have to live my life. I'm by far the most prospering person in my mom's life, her kids, right now. I made it. You feel me? I made it. And my sister have made it in 8 ways, but I'm married. None of them married. You know what I'm saying? I graduated from high school and went to college. None of them did. I made it because I learned from their mistakes. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to, not only make my mom proud, I want to make myself proud.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't stay in my kids' life to a certain age, and for a reason. It was because, I knew that I didn't have a dad in my life. So I want to give my kids that opportunity to have a dad in their lives. And goddamn it, I regret every moment, the things I said, the things I did to my kids. You know what I'm saying? But and sometimes I look back and I say, you know what? One thing they can say something about their dad. What? My dad talks the truth. He loves hard. He'll give you his last. You know what I'm saying? And he's always there for you. They can say that. And not because I sugarcoat that stuff for myself. I live this life to the fullest. You feel me? Touch one of my kids and see what happens. That's all I guess. Touch one of my kids. The truth will be said. You feel me? I'm not, I'm not a big tough gangster dude. But that's what people have to realize in life, right? And we're gonna shut this down. I'm gonna tell you this, Ashley. I know that you're going to start chemo, right? I let this go alone. You know what I'm saying? We got a good footage. You know what I'm saying? But Ashley, seriously, you know what I'm saying? This is your platform. This is your story.
Hey, I keep showing up. I might look a little crazy sometimes, but be here.
And I mean this. You know what I'm saying? Like you, this life is just beginning. And I told you on Friday, I do not believe and I would not accept that the universe put you in my life for a short term. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I have a lot to learn from you. A lot.
Don't make me cry, you guys.
No, I'm not saying that. Hey, I'm not saying that for clout. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you for real because we all have to learn. Because one thing that you're dealing with, we are afraid to see. Right? We're afraid to have that moments. So why can't we learn from that? Why can't you feed the world? If we could believe that a man was hung on a cross and sacrificed for us, right? And we can believe him. Why can't believe people look at your life, look at all our lives, and say, I can learn from that person? Because I am the sacrificial lamb. And saying being on this podcast is being a sacrificial lamb because I'm willing to tell the truth. And no matter how people look at it and how people see me, I'm being raw and 100 and real to it, right? And that's what we're giving. We're sacrificing ourselves, right? To be vulnerable, so people can see that this is life. This is true. This is real, true life. This is what people go through every day. And not that we start this podcast off and call it Talking with Dawson and Ashley Cancer Show. We didn't name it that, right? It's what we started off this conversation on. We want to talk to each other like we talk on the phone, right? And we have a good damn conversation like we had today, right? And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys, man, seriously, for coming and blessing this podcast and blessing this platform because we are some beautiful people and we met another beautiful person, you know what I'm saying? And, and that's what it's all about. It's one person with an ideal. And the ideal can be flourished by talking and then we can just let this shit grow. Right? Because guess what?
Absolutely.
No matter who don't want to listen, we're going to keep talking. I don't give a fuck. Right?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So I love you guys. Thank you guys again. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. But if you don't, please just listen to the whole show. Or if you don't listen, forward it to somebody else. God damn, share the love. You know what I'm saying? Share this information. We can't be as real as we is, man. I love you guys. Thank you again. And thank you for watching.